Okay, so I'm just going to test the live stream right now and see how it works. Let's see. Do a live. Okay, let's see. Let's first test the sound. Okay, so volume is pretty good, I think. Okay. But now I have to get my webcam to work. It's this one. Let's see. Mm. I don't really know how I can get the cam to work. It should be working, but I'm trying to fix something right here. Okay. Maybe I can change it somehow. Right, but where am I gonna put it? Position. Vänsterkant till övre. Maybe something like this. Right. So that's the first step. So basically right now I can just start creating a library. I think I want to create a library. Let's see, let's put that one right here. And we want a new map called live stream library. Let's see, live stream library. Alright, so first we can really copy this, but first we have to also save. So what should I save it as? Maybe live stream. Okay, maybe it should be that, but maybe live stream sketch 1. Sounds like a good idea. I have to change the name of this one as well. It should be a little s. And copy that again. So first we could just create these files. So first we want a source file. Save that. And a header file. So that's awesome. Right. So let's see here. We have the source file and we have the header file. We also want keywords. I think it's keywords, but we can check. We can check right here if it's keywords or not. Keywords.txt. Alright, that's perfect. So now we have these files. Right. I'm probably going to steal. Probably gonna do this for a second. I want my Arduino stuff. So that's good. Because right in here I have my setup, I could say, we want to open this one, and I just want to copy paste all these and make adjustment. Right. Okay, that's good. That's perfect. So right here we are going to change. That's gonna be our header file, and that's gonna be, because the way that you use these greater than and less than around the header files is because you are not including the file from the same folder. So that's why you use these greater and lesser than. Yeah, I don't have the good name for them right now. And also using the live stream as a constructor. So I'm gonna show you here in a second. Right. So you can ignore all these comments, I would say. So the main thing is that you're going to create a constructor, and you're going to be sending the values 9, 10, and 11, because this is my red pin, this is my green pin, and this is my blue pin. So basically, what this does is that you are declaring which PWM pins you are using on the motherboard. So if you have if your red is number 11 and the green is number 9 and the blue is number 10, you change these values. Right? So startup settings. Maybe actually it's smarter to put that right here. And here I'm just using this as the declaration. I'm not going to use these. They're used here for the sake of comment. So I pretty much like that. But if you have a big file, you should not use this, because then you have to think about how much data you're using, and that's gonna become a problem in the end if you have a big file. So right, I'm gonna do a little bit of copy pasting again from another library. So basically I want to take these, and they were in okay. So basically first I want to put these right here and then exit. Then we're gonna start it over again. Right, so live stream library, okay, never mind. You have the header file here, which I'm gonna copy, and I'm gonna explain some things of it, or maybe all of it actually. And also want to copy this, but we're not going to use all this code. We're going to use only the important parts. Right, so now we can exit that again. We can put these outside and put them into Arduino stuff, library, okay, they're going to go in here, perfect. So now we don't really need this one anymore, so I'm just gonna hide it. Right, so we need these files now. So let's open this one, is livestream sketch 1, okay, great. So what we want to do right now is that we have all our files, but we're going to change a lot of it. So let me first start with a header file, and right here we don't really need anything. And we're also going to copy this first. And now I'm going to explain the header file. So basically this is how your header file should look like if you are programming RGB diode. So the thing we want to do first, we want to define the header file, and if it's not defined, we're going to if it's not defined, we're going to define it. So if it is defined, it's gonna skip it because then it's already defined once. So that's the reason. And the reason why you also use double quotes here instead of here is because this file is going to be in the same folder as the libraries. So in this case, you don't really need to have the greater than and lesser than equal characters. So first you want to declare your class, and you're gonna have constructor, and you're gonna have public and private variables. In this case, we're gonna use these private variables in the source file, but I'm gonna show that in a minute. So right here we have our color output, which is basically going to be a method which is going to take 3 values and then send out the light on the diodes. So basically, if you send 255 on the red and 0 on the others, it's gonna turn red. And the reason why you declare constructor is that you want to, before you even start running your code in the loop, it's already gonna be ready, knowing that red is 9, green is 10, and blue is 11. So right here we have a constructor and we have the output, but we're missing one function, and I want it to change the color from red and then to green and then to blue, and then it's gonna go back to red again. So right here I want it to be named simple fade. Right, that's great. I'm just gonna see the volume on the stream a second. Yeah, it sounds pretty good, so that's good. And also the cam is really dark, but that's because we haven't really sent anything to Arduino yet. So right here, simple fade. So now we have declared here our functions, but we haven't told the programming what it's gonna do. So in here we're actually going to delete a lot of code. Oops, because we don't really need anything right here. This is just another library I created, but that was a few weeks ago. So right here I'm gonna show you you're gonna use the library name again. So right here you want to include this header file, but the header file is named livestream library. So now we're done, and we have our comments. Right now this website don't have anything, and this website, the RGB guys, is soon in version 1.1. So right here we declare what the constructor is gonna do, and we want to change the name. So in here you will send the values from here in the right here above setup. You're already telling the constructor that these are the values. So you see there are 3 parameters and 3 parameters. So right here it's going to be number 9, 10 and 11, and right here number 9 is output, number 10 is output, and number 11 is output. That's great, because that's exactly what we want. And right here you have the private variables yet again. You see the red pin, green pin, blue pin with underscore. Right here you cannot access these ones out here, but if you give this variable, for example, the way this works is that this variable is not in this method, it's not local, it's global, because this file and this file are combined. So basically right here you have the method, and then you have the variables below. So basically you could say that your variable is right here, like byte variable. This is the exact same thing as this one. So that's how it works, is that it's not really local because it's not in the function, it's outside the function. So it's global in this live stream library source file, header file. it's not it's private, but you can access it in this ones, but you can't access it from here. But we're gonna use code that we can access, and that's gonna use those. So that's how it works. And also right here, you want to change. Oh shit, my bad. So right here, before you do every method, you have to have void or int or byte or whatever, and then you have the class, and then you have two semicolon or two colon, I would say, not semicolon. Right here we have three parameters. So this is going to be the values, and you can say right here analog write is basically sending the value between 0 and 255 to a pin, and 1 is like very very low red, and 255 is the maximum. So that's basically what this function does. It basically takes values and sends out values to the diode. So right here, what we want to do now is that we want to create a simple fade. We can do it like this to begin with, to be honest. Then we just want to copy paste this. So right here I want to have byte red, byte green, byte blue. So right, we have our values here, but I want to make them 0 first to begin with. Then we want to have a for loop, and I want this one to be endless, I would say. So when it should be done, when it reads the number, it's not gonna stop. It's gonna go back to the previous number, I mean the first value, and then continue like that. So it's endless. It's bad practice, but when it comes to RGB diode and programming them, this is really helpful. So you want a byte I is 0, and the reason why I use byte instead of int is because byte take less memory, which is great for Arduino because they are really small memory slots. Then we want I is not greater than 4 and I plus plus. So right here we want to, if I is 1, we want red to be 250. I don't want to take 255 because I like having a little bit less than a maximum. And if I is 2, which is gonna be the round after that, I want red to be turned off, so I want it 0, and then green is 250, and then if I is 3, I want green to be 0. We don't have to change the red because it's already 0, and then I want blue to be 250. Right, so that's what I want to do, and I think you can maybe be a little bit cheeky about this. Let's see, I can do it like this. I is 0. I think you're gonna write 0, maybe 1 actually. I'm gonna try that. Then we want to call color output, and we have 3 parameters, so that can be red, green and blue. And then we want to have delay of I want 1 second, so that's 1000 milliseconds. So I think we're ready to go, but before we do that, we have we're gonna change the name here first. I want it to be L. I just want it to be L, really. Use the small L. So then, in that case, we have created our object, we create the instance of the object. So in that case, if you want to call a function from the library stream header file and source file, we just press the L because that's our variable. So right now we can access anything in here, and I want to access simple fade, just like that. But before I try anything, I'm gonna change port. We're gonna change that one, yeah. So before we do anything else, I'm just gonna double check. It looks promising, but maybe I have to rework right there. So we're gonna exit this one, and oh shit, I forgot, but it doesn't matter. You want to copy the library because the class name is the same as the library. So you paste it in this keywords to text file, and then you press tab once. It doesn't matter how big your tab is gonna be. You just press tab once, and then you want keyword 1 because you want to have a nice color on the what's it called now? You want a nice color on the class. So we're gonna exit that one. Keywords, put it in the library file folder, and now you don't really want to just drag this over. You usually want to copy, just like that, and in here you're gonna paste. So right now I'm gonna take this folder and place it in our library. Arduino libraries. So right here we're gonna put it just like that. Okay, I'm gonna show you right here. Every time you do anything in this library, it can ask you of permission. So like, yes, I want to put it there. Okay, that's great. Then you can press F5 and you can see right here. We can try and see if we get any fail. Maybe I did. With no type. Maybe I forgot something. Simple fade. Maybe that's... Maybe I just forgot something. We're gonna see what I forgot. Livestream library, Arduino.h, livestream. Yeah, I totally forgot that it should be void. So basically void and then this. So now it should probably work better, but it's not gonna be perfect, I assume. And we can just do it like this. Instead we're gonna have this one open. So we can do it like this, I think. Just put it right there. And then we want to open live stream library, right? Because this library is going to be used for live streaming on only work on this one on while live streaming, right? So now we copy those over. Right, let's see what happens. Let's see. Anything happened? I think maybe... What was that sound? I'm just gonna hear on the live stream a little quickly. See what's... Maybe I just failed a little bit there. Maybe there is something wrong with it. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna change the port because port COM1 I can't use it, so give me a second. That was a terrible mistake. I didn't even have the Arduino connected to the computer, so it's gonna be COM free. Yeah, exactly, COM free. So right now we're gonna try our new, because the one you saw was not the new. Yeah, I mean it does not what I wanted to do, so that's fine because I was expecting that. So let's try again. Let's try again. Let's see what's wrong, because I totally forgot that it should automatically change so that blue is 0 right here. So this is gonna be better. So right now it's gonna be better, a lot better. And I think it needs to be 0 as well. Right, so let's try again. And you can't have these files in this folder and in the library at the same time, because it's gonna give like a double definition error. So right there, just paste it. And let's try. We'll see what happens. Red, green, blue, and then it should go back to red, green, blue. That's perfect. That's absolutely perfect. So this live stream was only for me to create a total new library and really test out the streaming, and I hope it worked great. And if you're watching this live stream right now, or if you're watching the live stream as a video later on, it would be nice if you could give me any comments on something that you want to see or you want us to change. So that's it for me, so thank you for watching.